It's finished.
We're happy to have you here today. We're about to start the show, hooray! Welcome to Amy's on Cabaret. Oh, so Barb.
Yay, welcome. Oh, there's your hand again. Let me see if I can do that. Well, Barb, I have a question for you while we're waving.
What's that, Amy?
How late are musicians normally? Since you studied music, right?
I did study music, usually fairly late, although it depends on the kind of music.
Okay. Jazz.
Jazz do tend to be late, but I think usually show up before the actual gig starts.
Oh, usually. You just said the word usually.
I mean,
usually.
it's hard to tell, and then there's like different specific musicians. Like classical musicians are generally on time.
Mm-hmm.
Like rock musicians, pretty much always late.
Well,
we know one.
Well, I'm thinking within the level, okay, so rock, well, they're always late. Is there like classical, you're saying mostly early, are there different kinds of classical music that maybe the people who play those different kinds might be later than the other people or not?
I mean, a lot of them play different.
Hello. Here's our answer. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We have a guest.
Hi, guest.
Sam, you're traveling. Or pretending to. We'll get to.
Oh, here I am. Okay.
There you are. Hi, Sam. Sam, we were just wondering. Welcome to the show. Before we introduce you, we were just wondering how late jazz musicians usually are.
How late we what?
How late you are, or do you show up on time? You don't really have to answer.
I'd say jazz time. Yeah, a lot, like 15 minutes probably. No, for gigs, I'd say I'm pretty good, but yeah.
Well, we had an audience member. I don't know if you can see the chat I just put up there. Dennis says you're late, but in a syncopated.
Syncopated. Jazz musicians are late, but in a syncopated way. Say the music things, Amy.
I'm not a musician. I dance. That's I don't know these big words. So Sam, let me do a quick intro. This is Barb. This is my co-host Barb. Hello, Barb. And Barb actually, she studied music, so you two will probably have some big words I can't say. No?
I bet.
Yes. Half diminished.
Richard's saying hi to Sam.
Half diminished,
yeah.
Full diminished.
Yeah.
Oh, I should just like go do the rundown. What are all the words I don't know?
I don't know what you don't know, Amy. Not being in your head at all.
Wow, that's a good point. Good, fair point. Yes.
Yeah. What do you play, Sam?
Piano.
Sam.
Piano. Ooh, nice. Hard one to carry around.
Yeah.
Unless
and he also
my keyboard it's pretty heavy.
How heavy is it?
Sounds like a lineup for a joke.
I know it's a terrible joke. How heavy is it? Yeah, and you also compose music. Sam, where would we hear your music?
Okay, so I've got a few things on YouTube, but I don't have anything properly released. But that will change in I don't have a set date, but we're looking for a March/April release. I have a EP coming out.
Cool.
That'll release traditional channels like Spotify, Apple Music, all that coming up.
Nice. And is anything on your website? Is it?
Yeah. My website has samdylanross.com.
Oh, I didn't put your middle name in there. Let me do it again. Sam Dylan Ross.
It links to a few of those YouTube videos, and I think there might be some audio clips as well that I put up there at some point.
Cool. Did I spell that right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So Barb, would this fall into we can't play any music on YouTube without permission if we played Sam's music?
It depends. They might get a little bit cranky. YouTube with permissions and such tends to get cranky. It might shut down our broadcast. So I might be inclined to not. Have you had that experience before? Like you upload things and then you get copyright strikes.
Shut down?
Yeah.
Broadcasts or videos getting strikes. whether it's real or not. Sometimes they just hear that there is some kind of music happening and they decide, no, you can't do that. Like one time I did a test and I was singing to myself random notes and it shut it down.
Weird. Was that on Barb Makes Things? Was that on your YouTube channel?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what exactly it was. It was like an unlisted thing and I'm just like, okay, let me set this up and see how it goes. And then I was just whatever, and it's like, that's copyrighted. I'm like,
did you copyright and forget, Barb? I copyrighted my hum.
I copyrighted the random notes that came into my head.
Sam, you don't have a keyboard on your lap right now, do you? That would be awesome.
Unfortunately, no.
You don't have a keytar with you either? Everyone bring back the keytar.
I do. I have a melodica now, but it's not with me. And that would probably be too loud for this microphone. It's a very strong instrument.
Oh yeah. So what do you think, Barb? I was afraid you were all going to break into songs, so I took out the equivalent of a seamstress's music, which is containers of buttons, which are really loud. But in case you broke out into music, I also took out my other equivalent, which is a little thing of fabric, I guess interior design simple, with lots of buttons sewn on. Can you even hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Hear that.
So Sam, what is this? I heard something you like food. You like to eat?
Yeah. Okay. I love to bake and cook. It's my other passion besides music, and I've been doing this little series called Food and Tunes where I detail a recipe of mine. Like for example, I did a breakfast sandwich last time, and I create a tune to go fit the vibe of the video. Food and tune. So
that's really cool.
Yeah,
where would we find that?
Wave. Oh, that's I put those in a few places. On my Facebook, on my Instagram, which is Sam771, and it's also on my YouTube channel. I put everything on there.
What is your YouTube channel if you put everything on it?
Yeah.
Is it a crazy long or is it in your name? Oh, here we go.
It's in my name. Yeah. If you go to music or
music.
Yeah, music. There'll be some YouTube videos, and then that from there you can click on my channel. Like that one. If you click on that, then you click on my channel, and that's
your YouTube channel. Got it. That was the easy way to get to it. Thank you.
We'll get there.
Oh, Barton, did you click on it?
Oh, yes, I did. But you can't see.
But we can't see. She's keeping it hidden away from YouTube. as we are streaming into it.
Hang on. I have to share this window, not that tab.
Oh, so complicated.
I know. There we go.
Oh, there you are. YouTube.
Yeah, that's the one.
So you got some food. Oh, it looks like you're cooking something. Is that the breakfast one, Barb?
Breakfast Sammy.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice. Oh, are these like vegetarian meals? Or are they healthy meals? Or are they for meat eaters? What's going on?
No, they're not. They're not for any particular dietary restrictions. They're just food that I find really good.
Cool.
Yeah, I myself don't have any restrictions besides tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes, so I don't ever use tomatoes.
So no tomato, like no ketchup?
You'll find like everything. Ketchup is okay, used in other things, but I don't understand ketchup now.
Yeah, Barb's drooling over the grilled cheese. Looks like there's a grilled cheese episode.
There's
grilled cheese.
See, that was episode 1 of the Food and Tunes.
Oh.
And then there's just playing outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. I heard about this, that you and another musician go
Jermaine.
and Jermaine.
One of my best buddies,
by the way,
Jermaine.
I would like the Sam Ross trio on a future episode. We'll have to figure out how to get by permission, but it would be awesome if you all played and Barb and I just danced in the background. We'll be kind of more to the side, but yeah.
You have fun with that dancing there, Amy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my dance. But you and Jermaine, what do? You go to people's houses or driveways? What are you doing?
Yeah, so we call that it's a long title. I think it's Jermaine and Sam play music outside their friends' homes and see what happens. And it's just an idea we had hanging out one day, just like eating a burger or something. And we're like, what's a good way we can like cheer up our friends and also like just make and cheer ourselves up too. And so we just thought, because I had my melodica at that point, and I had just given him this battery-powered amp. So we just bring our instruments outside friends' houses, and we try and do some recon before we try and find out some of their favorite things they might want to hear. And we just play for a bit, and hopefully they're home. We never checked before if they're home, so it's just luck. And sometimes they'll come out and play with us. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Barb, if Sam was to show up at your driveway, not that you have a driveway or that you live nearby, but if you did and Sam showed up, Sam and Jermaine,
and if I could somehow hear it from where my apartment is in the building,
the back of the building, if he showed up, what would you want him to play? Silence.
Music. Whatever he would want to play, really. Because that's like what's going to be best that a musician plays, right?
Oh, that's a good one. Is it best for the musician to choose the music?
I mean, I could say, "Ooh, this is my..." Well, no, I couldn't say this is my favorite song, because what the heck's a... How do you choose a favorite song? You might have a favorite song. I
don't know. Sam, do you have a favorite song? Do you have a favorite song you like to play?
Yes, I have a few favorite songs I like to play. A few years ago, I would say my favorite song is Rhapsody in Blue, and I still think that's a really good song. But I've heard so many other songs now, I don't know if I could pick like one all-time favorite song.
So what song have you guys played in people's driveways?
What's one?
Yeah, what's one song?
What? No, that's the question. Is what translates best to
outside
concrete and side of houses?
Good one.
Well, okay, yeah. Some I like to do, and this is one we have to think about. What'll sound best with bass and melodica, which is a unusual combination. But we like to do this blues, Sunny Moon for Two. That's one I know Richard likes that one.
Yes.
We like to do On the Sunny Side of the Street, another Sun song. Bottom Leaves, it's a good one. All of Me.
These are all good choices. Yeah.
Yeah. All classics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good point. that's not the most common duet choice.
Yeah, it's like what'll work without drums, basically.
Yeah, I used to do duets with. I used to do duets with piccolo and double bass, which was always interesting.
Oh, yeah. That sounds fun.
Hard to find material for that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Barb, do you still have any of your instruments from that you made?
Huh?
Not ones you made.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually I was doing some cleaning and uncovered 2 piccolos, actually.
Oh. How Sam, have you ever taken apart a piano? You know where I'm going.
No. I take apart my melodica every few weeks to clean it. But
I was gonna
I've never
say,
taken apart a piano.
You're missing out, man.
Barb and I have taken apart a player piano.
I bet.
2.
It was
two player pianos.
2 player pianos.
2 different times.
Oh, and I don't have with me right now, but I have the paper reels or whatever.
Oh,
rolls. I have a bunch of paper rolls. We can tell you there's some cool parts, and then there's some parts where you're like, what is this? I don't know what this is.
Speak for yourself, Amy.
But I think, well, I am speaking for myself, but I was also, we're trying to figure out, we took it apart because we were using the parts to build other things. Yeah, but first we played the player piano.
A lot.
And there's a video. Isn't there a video of us playing? Well, I think we didn't catch it. There was a video of Barb and I trying to sing along to like a 1900s song on the piano, without fully hearing this tune before or really knowing how the words were supposed to go.
Yeah. Have you seen or hung out with a player piano before?
I know Sam's answer. Sam, what's your answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
What like was it like 1 year ago?
It was a year ago. Sam had his mind blown away a year ago. It wasn't an old school.
The gallery.
It's still there at Blueprints Gallery, which is in Long Beach. There's a player piano. It's like a Yamaha player piano. What year would you say it is? I don't remember. Do you remember, Sam?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's like a baby grand.
Oh wow!
And Barb was near it, but she doesn't remember right now.
I was near it.
You were near it. It was where the Fun Day.
It was at the gallery
show.
That was a player piano.
That was a player piano, and Sam played it. You weren't there. I think you weren't there.
Oh man, I missed out.
And then after you played it, Sam, what happened? The guy recorded it.
It played it back to me.
It played it back.
Yeah, every single note, every single mistake even. But it's pretty cool. It's like very eye-opening to see you're playing in front of you.
Oh yeah, that's true, because you actually got to see where the keys go down. And not even just listening to it, you got to see where your fingers had been. Yeah.
I've not seen. Well, I have seen one of those before, but I haven't actually seen it in action.
It was quite impressive. It's also so modern that I think he had his like a phone or something hooked up to it to play music on its own regularly. So it could play whatever tunes you put into it. It's a very, very expensive model. Much more. So I don't think that we all know, but all three of us are educators. Silence.
I didn't know that.
That was a perfect response, Barb.
Musicians, I'm trying to think if I know any musicians who aren't educators, because like even if you are a performer, like
I know
you're also an educator on the side,
pretty much,
because there are very, very few people who can make a living exclusively off performance, you know.
Oh, so you're talking exclude those who are trying to make a living with their music.
Correct.
Oh, which I think is what Sam's doing. Yeah.
Some who do.
Most people, some who like just can't stand teaching and won't do it no matter what. But like most everyone I know teaches at least a bit in addition to performing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So do you teach music then, or do you teach something else?
Oh.
Music.
Yeah. Sam, I didn't tell Barb anything about you.
I know your name was Sam.
That's fine. That's a start.
Now I know your last name too. You play piano.
Yeah, and my middle name.
Yeah, too.
Very cool. So I guess I know that Sam teaches piano, but do you teach anything else? Was a good question, and I think I cut you off before you finished your answer on that. Do you teach people how to write music or read music or?
Yeah. So, I've taught. Let's see. I've taught composition lessons. Oh man, that reminds me. I had someone take down my number for melodica lessons. She never called me back, so I need to follow up on that.
If you're listening now, call Sam.
Melodica teacher available.
Yeah, but it's such like a niche thing, right? Like no one teaches melodica. I even told her, I'm like, I've never taught melodica. It's like I played it at a neighborhood show, and she's like, you sound fine to me. Like I'm sure you can show my kids some things. But yeah, I mostly teach piano, and I guess just like music in general, and anything in that umbrella that I know.
Cool. And how long have you been playing piano?
I've been playing for 14 years, and I've been playing jazz for 9 years.
9. Wow. Barb, how long were you playing the flute?
The flute?
Somebody in your family said you played the flute, or you used to.
I did. I played piano for like 11 years when I was younger, and then I stopped. Did you not know that? Amy?
I forgot you played piano, and if I'd remembered, we could have had a duel. Like you and Sam could have played piano.
No, because if you don't play piano for a long, long time, you forget how to play.
Oh, so
piano.
Sam, you would have won.
Yeah, that would be a fair victory, though.
Yeah, no, I played flute for I don't know. My mom's in the chat. Mom, how long did I play flute? I don't know.
She'll answer. She'll remember. How long did you play piano? Do you remember?
Well, probably in the range of I don't know.
Is that a?
I don't
is
know.
that a
It like
length of time?
dwindles out too.
I don't know. That's how
I don't
long.
know. I know I took lessons for 11 years, and I think after I stopped taking lessons, I kind of like did a little bit, and then just. Dad thinks 12 years.
Yeah, your parents aren't sure either.
Nobody knows. I don't know.
So if your parents don't know how long you played an instrument, does that mean you were good and non-annoying?
At the end of it, I think. Well, but then I played piccolo. So, like, you can't not be annoying when you play piccolo. I think it's impossible. But that was kind of part of the draw of it, really.
To annoy the parents.
Well, more to annoy the brother, but, you know.
Oh, well, yeah. Sam, do you have brothers or sisters to annoy in the house? Or is everyone playing
Just
music?
No,
so
I'm the only, in my immediate family, I'm the only musician. A couple of my cousins play, but they're out in LA.
Yeah, so.
Plus, piano's not really that annoying of an instrument.
No.
No, it's
Never
true. I do listen.
A noise complaint, to my knowledge.
I was thinking like the little kid that's banging on the piano and trying to learn it, but not like, they don't really want to learn it. They're being forced.
Oh, yeah, but you get past that fairly quick.
You do?
I mean, hopefully.
Sam, have you taught any little kids how to play piano? Oh, he's laughing.
I've taught a lot of little kids how to play piano.
Yeah.
And it is really challenging and exhausting, but it's pretty rewarding when they are able to play things without your help.
Oh, yeah.
And also they're really cute sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So, yeah, whenever we're allowed outside again, and when I say outside, I mean gathering. How many, do you already have places where you're going to have shows? Like, are you already thinking about what you're going to do next? Or is your food and your driveway shows going to take off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking a lot about what I'm doing next.
Oh, cool.
The last several months, I've been going to grad school programs for jazz, as well as teaching credential programs. I'm trying to get both done at the same time. So that's what's next on my agenda. I've been busy doing that. I just did one of the last ones this last Monday. I did it. That felt really nice. And I have a couple more to go, and I'll hear back from them in the next couple months, I guess.
Cool.
Where did you study undergrad? I assume if you're applying for grad schools, you did something before that.
Yes.
Or maybe not.
I went to University of Michigan, and I did jazz there and sociology as well.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
So are you looking for credentials like art, jazz, or teacher, or music? I'm not sure if you're specified which kind of educator credentials you want, but some of them are national, but most of them are just per state. So you're looking for either one?
So I'm doing the California credential, single subject for music is what I'm doing. And my thinking is that'll allow me to teach at a K-12 level. And having the jazz masters will be good. One, just good to have, but also it'll give me a leg up if I want to look at teaching at a college or university or something like that, where they value having a master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to prepare for cross board.
Oh yeah, totally. Because
teaching.
I have a lot of, yeah, I know a lot of adjuncts, and you can't get a adjunct job if you don't have a master's or terminal degree in your major, whatever that is. So some of them require PhDs. And I don't know, Barb, do we have time to get a PhD?
I don't have time to finish my master's that I didn't finish.
Oh, you didn't even finish your master's.
No, you know that.
I can't remember everything. I'm like your parents. There was some stuff that happened.
Things happened. I know. Mom doesn't even remember the year I actually started playing flute. Because that I know.
Oh, what year was that?
She said 6th grade. It was 5th grade, Mom.
Oh.
It was 5th grade. That's when you learn.
It's probably the correct year because 5th and 6th grade.
With my mom too.
Oh yeah, she can't remember. I guess, you know, she was there, but as a little kid, it's more important to you. You'll remember it more.
Well, it was elementary school. Middle school is different.
But, well, that's a question. Like the schools are different. Like I'm from the East Coast originally. So when some people start going, oh, that was elementary school, like 5th grade was not elementary school for me. Oh. That was middle school.
Yeah, it was elementary school.
See, it was elementary school for you?
Yeah.
How about you, Sam? What was 5th grade? Was that elementary or middle school? Oh my God, can you remember?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's all right. But I find that a little interesting myself. But I guess the credentials would enable you to keep teaching all elementary. Do you have to get a separate one for middle school? And how long would that take us to get it? No?
Well, I mean, if you're at a K-12, hopefully you don't need multiple certifications.
Yeah, that would be weird. I guess I forgot that part already, too.
If I get into the programs I want, then ideally I can finish in 2 years. Though one school tells me that I can't do my bench at the same time as I do the master's degree. But I figure if they end up wanting me there, that I could just try and fight that and hopefully get my way. Because hopefully there'd be some leeway. Nice thing about being a musician is sometimes they could really use a certain instrument, and so they might be flexible if I have a request of them.
Oh, so
that
how many? Yeah. So how many instruments do you play, Sam?
I would really only say one, piano. But I mean, I guess you can count keyboard, melodica, I guess. I sing. Like
that counts. Yeah.
You play the voice.
Or in the car. Yeah, play the voice. I program sometimes, but I don't actually play those physically. So yeah, I mean, I would just say piano.
When you say you program, do you mean like you do stuff with music software, sound synthesis stuff, or?
Yes, I use Logic Pro and like the tracks on that series I do, Food and Tunes. I make that through Logic, programming. Like I record the piano, but then I program the bass and the drums, and sometimes various other sounds I find on there.
Gotcha. Cool. I've not used Logic.
Oh, I hear it, but Barb, you hear it all the time, and those who know me outside of the show hear it too, because I believe Sam might have introduced Richard to Pro Logic, because I hear him playing that with his piano. He's playing it to the piano and some other stuff. So you'll hear all this background in addition. So Barb's starting to click. You've noticed Barb, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I've not.
It's not just me playing the other instruments while Richard's at the piano.
That would be quite impressive for you to be playing like the drums as you are sitting there and typing and working on other things?
As I'm as I'm on the computer, maybe I am.
I mean, now I'm picturing like a one-woman band. So you've got like all of these pedals, and like one goes to the bass drum, and you got like a hi-hat over here, and you're just like just with
I
your
got
feet.
my own Nickelodeon
Each toe.
machine. Oh,
Yes, each toe has its own. You've got like a little drum pad there. Yeah, maybe it's all digital. So it's like playing piano but with your toes.
No,
but
I
it's
have a
drums.
string around each toe, and that toe is
okay.
that string is connected to a foot pedal or something, and I just wiggle my toe. Maybe not as well as I'm wiggling my finger. But yes, that's what I pictured. Maybe I have too much string. Maybe I have too much time on my hands. Where would I put this machine? And I have a cat. The cat would also want to play. Maybe it's the cat playing. Sam, do you have any pets?
Some band. Nope. This house. Yeah, I remember your cat though. Every time I came over, I had to take a allergy pill.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not just we have a cat. It's just he will be right up in your face, like, "Who are you? Who are you, Sam?" Sniff, sniff, sniff. You know, you're allergic to me. Let me get on you.
How it always goes.
Yeah. Well, Barb's got 2 cats that sometimes make appearances on the show.
That is true. That is true.
And do they like strangers?
My cats? No.
Yeah.
No.
They're the opposite of my cat.
They are not for strangers.
Not for strangers.
They run and they hide. Yeah, under things here.
That's funny. That's probably most cats. I don't know. Barb, do you have more musical questions?
Well, I was gonna ask because I was looking at, like you've got your upcoming shows section on your page. Obviously, that's kind of on hold. It's like, oh, this is when all of the things happen because, the last one was February 22nd of 2020. Obviously, the things change a lot. Yeah. What else? So, like, in the pandemic, what does that look like? Have you just been kind of like, are you unable to do anything? Are you trying to do lessons virtually? Are you trying to do gigs virtually? Like, how does what's that turn into?
So some things I've been doing. So yeah, I teach a couple Zoom lessons. I started off with quite a few more, but then they just tapered off as the pandemic wore on. Mm-hmm. I picked up actually a weekly church gig that I was always bummed about because I was supposed to get started around March, but then I got put on hold. But then they transitioned to outside churches. So we've been doing that. I bring my keyboard to this church every Sunday. And then I have miscellaneous gigs, few and far between. But I've done some stuff for this entertainment company. And some people have get-togethers that they like to hire us for. Except I've kind of turned down a lot of that work lately because sometimes I've been doing it indoors, sometimes they're people I'm comfortable with, trying to stay safe. But I've also I play at a retirement home sometimes. This apartment complex hires us sometimes. They like having jazz groups play for them. That's a pretty fun one.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like the difference of it used to be 4 or 5 gigs in a week, more or less. Now it's maybe that tops and on, but like usually less than that. So not as frequent as it used to be.
vaccine can't get around soon enough.
Yes.
Agreed.
Barb and I have to. We're excited. We're ready to be in line. They just won't let us yet. That's a bonus. See, when you become an educator, you can get in line with us. We
It's
a long line.
Yeah.
I really hope that we're all vaccinated before you finish grad school and your certification.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So no offense there, Sam, but
yeah, that would be a terrible situation if we're not. Yes. Yeah. But Barb, we're organizing something for next weekend that I think Sam might have heard about from Richard. Do we need any more music?
We could always use music. We've been putting together kind of a group, or not a group.
We started our own band. No, that's not correct.
Sure. That is absolutely not correct. Gosh, I don't have time for that.
Well, we can make this simple. The show where you were, Sam, where you were introduced to that baby grand player piano, that was a show that I organized. And so since we were virtual, I approached Barb and went, Barb, knock, knock, knock. Can you, in your giant hackerspace, I don't know if it's really giant. Why did I say giant? But if you're a hackerspace collective.
We are bigger than...
You're bigger than one
membership
person.
Is bigger than... The membership of Crashbase is bigger than Fun-A-Day.
Yes.
We're big in that way.
Yes. Anyway, so I asked her if her and her hacker friends, is that correct terminology? Techie friends?
Sure. No, we're
technology
hackers.
friends?
Nerds.
I was looking for the word.
That's the word. Nerds is the word.
If you and your nerds...
Nerds word.
Wait, they're going to shut us down.
Oh, that's right. I did not sing well enough for them to shut us down on that.
If we could put together a virtual show, and for my idea, which Barb totally loved, was we're going to have a standalone webpage for people who are not very tech savvy, can click on things and still see art. But we also have a virtual space. And in that virtual space, you enter, and then you're a little person at like 2/3 side in a weird angle. Barb's pulling it up on the screen for you to see, and you can walk around. And there is actually a dance room.
Yes, not only is there that, Amy, there is more of that than there was last time you saw.
Oh yeah, they've been building nonstop.
Let me show you the new stage.
Yes, there's a stage. There's going to be lots of talks and stuff that are going to go into YouTube and into the stream, so people can be in this virtual world and see real people.
And then if you go upstairs, there are some additional walls.
That's where all the art's going to be, Sam. So you can come see it.
And a DJ booth.
A DJ booth.
Like that. That's on my wish list.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
and then there'll be a dance floor that glows. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. So
yes.
I brought it up in case, Sam, you felt like contributing any music to this. It's totally free, so we can't pay you. But you don't have to. But if not,
we have
you
a
can
virtual.
come.
Yeah, we have. So the setup for this. I couldn't hear him. Yeah.
No, sorry, keep going.
I was saying we've got one of my nerds at Crashbase has set up a virtual DJ. So we have a kind of a separate little machine that can that people can log into if
I forgot about
they want to be kind of curating music and can play some of their stuff. And that little DJ guy will be in this booth, and so we'll have music that's here on the dance floor.
So Barb, am I correct to think that if Sam is in his car or in his house or wherever with his mobile device, or does he need the computer, that he can log into this thing and set up for his music to play in the studio, or not?
So interacting with a mobile device within Gather, within this platform, is kind of buggy.
Okay, so you need to be on the computer. Okay.
computer works better. If you want to interact with objects, you need to kind of be on a computer, unless you're going to be just accessing that plain web page that Amy was talking about. But for the other thing, as long as you can VNC into another thing, which I think I've just gone over the head of a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
I don't
what
know
does VNC mean?
Virtual. Oh gosh, I know what it is. I forget what it stands for though.
Virtual.
I can find out. Hang on.
Nerd Center.
Yes.
Virtual Nerd Center.
Virtual network computing. There we go. Lets you log in and control another computer from somewhere else.
Got it. VNC.
So,
yeah, I've heard that before. I just never really thought about what it meant.
That's what it means.
Cool.
Or somebody else can, if there's, as long as the music is someplace online that we can stream it, and we can have the DJ play it, and folks can hang out and listen, or run around and here.
Run around. Press the button so we can dance.
No, I was gonna dance.
There she is. She's dancing.
Here, hang on. I'm gonna
it's
zoom
hard
in.
Okay, zoom in. There you are. Look at Barb dance.
That's cute.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Those are some good moves.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the current state for those who have seen it before, and for Sam who hasn't seen it before.
Very cool. And then there's a robot bartender, Sam, if you want a beverage.
There are beverages that have begun being entered as well.
Yeah,
You haven't seen this either, Amy.
Yeah, I have
you haven't
actually
seen a lot of.
I did
this?
see it. I went and saw the menu. I glanced at it. I cheated. No, I think I
Miskatonic, gin, and cathonic.
Yeah, zoom in a little so people could see it a little more.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
4 to 5 ice cubes, 3.5 ounces gin, 4 ounces tonic water, half an ounce of squid ink, 1 small 1,000-year-old pearl onion wrested from the accursed soil at Cthulhu's house at or optionally a twist of lime. Place the ice into a tall, narrow glass, which is chilled with the eldritch horror of Yog Sothoth's malign suggestiveness. The cubes should fill the glass. Add gin, then the tonic water, then the squid ink. Stir well. Garnish with the onion or lime, and serve before the eons of blank horror drive you to madness.
Oh, I almost just got driven to madness now. Very cool.
Yeah, we've got some fun drinks that are being put in there, and we have lots of little other bots like the French robot Tess Lacoil.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Tess will have all the info. So it's a weekend-long event next weekend. So I think if anyone wants to do any music, they need to let us know and contact Barb or I, and we will get you into the right areas so you can have your music played. We don't have a guarantee on what time your music will play, do we, Barb?
I mean, if there's a specific time that you want to play, we could probably make it happen.
Look how flexible we are.
The talks are hard scheduled. The music, is not going to be quite as much. But like, if people have requests, we could probably, make that happen at times.
So I could request some music, but I would have to supply it.
Well, unless we can find it.
Okay, I'm thinking now.
Request some Sam Ross from the YouTubes.
From the YouTubes. That would be cool. Is the trio on the YouTube? I didn't look. I think the Sam Ross trio is on the YouTube. Oh, Barb's going back to it. Oh, look, there's your picture. Oh, look, there's your head.
There were some videos here.
Oh.
Yep. That's the trio.
Oh, there you are. Very cool. Might have to request that. Oh, more.
Oh, yeah.
Barb's just finding everything. This.
Yeah, I put a lot on there.
Good.
That's good. Was I at any of these shows? I might have been. It's hard to tell.
Now here's a question: how modern is your modern jazz, Sam?
Oh.
That I don't know what I use for a basis.
Yeah. What are we comparing it to?
Is it wildly experimental? I guess.
Oh. No. Well. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say wildly experimental. Just when I think modern jazz, like the kind that I do, I think like straight eighth, kind of fusion of genres, often funky. I wouldn't call myself an avant-garde composer.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. What's that experimental jazz called? Maybe it's just experimental jazz. I used to go to all these shows in New York, and they had like 5 sheets of music laid out for them to play in each instrument. Like it went all over the place. And most people would be like, this jazz music is just a bunch of noise, but I loved it. It was awesome. It was craziness. I can't read music or anything, but I was like, how many music sheets do you need to have? Like, how many notes are this? It's just like this. That was it, Barb.
Yeah. No, you get squiggles and.
But I mean, it was so much of them.
In good old fashioned straight jazz too.
Well, I didn't mean
That's
just
a technical
squiggle.
term.
I just meant there was 100.
You mean that there is a lot
of notes.
Oh.
Like a lot of them.
How fast are you playing?
They were not playing fast necessarily. They were just playing complex. Like it would be like a mathematical nightmare for me and dream for others. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It was really long and it was great. It wasn't fast. It was just other people called it crazy or something.
I would not be surprised if those 5 sheets included the music for the other players as well. If you're doing something that like you've issued time signatures for, you're gonna kind of have to have some reference as to what the other players are doing if you're following actual music, unless you're doing some kind of John Cage stuff and just
a little of both. But I think they were playing songs that they wrote. And there was also like 10 people, so. And we were very, very crowded in there. It was so crowded that I ended up behind the musicians, which is how I got to see all the sheets of music. I was just like, this is a weird view, but really it's not about watching the people play in those settings completely, unless you're really, you want to play the music. For me, it was just like listening to them and just being like, oh my gosh. I thought it was great to see the backstage view. It's kind of in the round.
Yeah.
Best place to hear the music is from within the ensemble.
I was almost in the ensemble. Yes. Does that make me a musician? Did I accidentally join the jazz band?
Sure, Amy.
Yeah. When you get enough close in proximity, you automatically become a musician.
Just hand you a shaker. You're like, there you go.
Yeah. I probably could have just like done some broken word poems and they would have totally accepted me. And
there you go. I bet. Amy goes beatnik.
That would be great. I don't have a beret right now, but I'll just make one really quick.
I was gonna say. You have enough tiny hats and fascinators that you could rock that.
I totally could, even with my pirate hat. Pirate beatnik.
Perfect. Amy, we need a pirate
peg leg. I'll do
pirate band, Amy. Pirate band.
Oh, pirate band. I was going to do pirate poetry, but I guess that would help with the pirate band because then we need someone to play the voice, as you said.
Yes, you'll be the lyrics for our pirate band.
Sam, have you ever played pirate music?
Yeah.
Yes.
The pirates like the main theme from the movies. I feel like
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's like the closest I could claim to playing pirate music.
No shanties, alas.
No.
Sorry, you can't be in our band if you have no experience with sea shanties.
Well, we didn't ask him that.
I know it's
It's
a
kind of a
disappointment.
deal breaker. I understand.
We understand. Sorry, you're not a full-fledged pirate yet. There's hope, though.
You work on your shanties and come on back, and in a couple of years' time, once you've got your sea legs, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, it's hard for people to remember, so we remind them that Barb and I are actually in rowboats behind a pirate ship right now.
We are pirates.
We don't like to show off too much, but we are pirates. I do have a pirate bird.
Oh, cool.
My pirate parrot's downstairs, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Admiral Mango is taking a nap.
It's exhausting flying around as a pirate parrot.
That's very true.
Pirate.
Pirate.
Either way, that's a tongue twister. Either way.
Pirate or pirate parrot.
Either.
Pick a peck of pirate parrots.
There's a lot of peanuts out on my street. Were the pirate parrots over there? Is that what they eat?
That's what they eat. They do. It's
okay.
a little known, but it's true.
It's true. Stop giving our secrets away. Okay, Barb, we got 4 minutes. Do you have any last minute jazz related or not jazz related questions for Sam? She's thinking.
What is the instrument that you most want to try to play other than piano or piano-like instruments?
Oh.
Because I already do so much left-hand based stuff with piano that I think I have a good grasp on what to play. So it would just be a matter of the technical aspects of learning how to play electric or upright bass. That'd be convenient to know how to do.
That's true.
Yes.
I think electric's a little easier. I played that too.
Yeah.
Barb, is there anything you haven't played? Electric would be easier, I guess. I think the
Never played bassoon.
Oh. Have you played
I've written for bassoon.
You've written for bassoon.
Mm-hmm.
A didgeridoo? Have you played a didgeridoo?
I have played a didgeridoo.
I'm trying to no? Well, if you sing, you'll probably be good at a didgeridoo because you just need all the vocal,
you gotta
set of lungs.
Oh, it's more, okay, it is the lungs. But I'll tell you, you need as much of lungs for flute as you do for tuba. This is a lot of air, and a lot of concentrated air that goes. I got lightheaded when I first learned. Oh shoot, I had a train of thought, and then I totally went off of it.
It's okay. It happened. You were thinking about all the air.
I was. I don't know what it was.
You just made yourself lightheaded without even playing an instrument.
Didgeridoo. That's all about the embouchure. Didge is all about the embouchure because it's nothing like. It's like a brass instrument to, the extremes. With a brass instrument, you've got this small mouthpiece that you're blowing against. Didgeridoo, it's this honking thing.
It's
you're flapping your entire lips. It's
just huge. Not this huge.
It's a full-on thing.
But
a little more controlled.
Just a little more.
Yeah.
So okay, I have a last-minute question, for Sam. If we're gonna start playing piano and we've never played, what song should we start with?
Let's see. A good one is Star Wars theme. Star Wars theme is good. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday is probably a good one. I always like to have my students start with something that they know. Because if you can hum it, like you can hear it, then it's going to be a lot easier to play it on the piano. Because it's just a matter of like getting it from your brain onto the keys.
Oh, so when Richard was in the background yelling Chopin, if you know it already, then you should start with that.
Well, okay.
I'm teasing.
If it's like, if it's a higher level piece, then I would write a simplified arrangement. You know, if you know it, and it's not too hard for a beginner to do.
Cool. Barb, do you have any more last minute? We're already past time, but I'm still going.
Past time. I don't have any more. I don't have any more questions. I feel like in this hour we have learned everything there is to learn about Sam Dylan Ross. That's not true. But
that's not true. We didn't listen to his music yet. I hope not.
We'll go listen to the music and then I'll have more questions. But yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, Sam, thank you so much for being a guest today. And as always, as I say every week, thank you, Barb, for showing back up again. And next weekend, Barb and I will be at the art show. And hopefully we'll hear Sam's music at the DJ booth. I'm already practicing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I guess I should end the show as I'm dancing out. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks for tuning in later.
Bye,
Barb and I will be breakdancing. Keep breakdancing with us, Sam.
Oh, yeah.